Welcome to the chosen bloom. Destiny is not moved by casual wishes. It bends only to the echoes of a soul that has endured, labored, and risen. This law is not abstract. It is as certain as gravity itself. And now that law is in motion for you. The gavel has struck. The verdict of heaven has been pronounced. The case is closed. You prevailed. You completed the impossible course of healing and self-discovery laid before you. You walked through fire. You braved the hall of mirrors. And you emerged whole. Understand this. Your journey was never about proving yourself worthy of love. It was about awakening to the undeniable truth of your own divinity, so that when love comes, you recognize it as reflection, not validation. The waiting is over. The signal has gone forth. Prepare for the encounter. This is Chapter 1, the moment of final signature on your soul's contract. What you have just accomplished is not merely a private triumph of emotion or psychology. It is a cosmic declaration. Those quiet nights of tears, those fierce choices, those boundaries drawn against generational cycles, none of it was hidden. In the unseen courts of heaven, each tear was testimony. Each decision was law enacted in your spirit. You were drafting your emancipation from karmic ties that held you to lesser bonds. With every act, you were etching your name onto a divine decree. That decree is the soul contract, an agreement conceived before your first breath in this realm. It is the blueprint for the most transformative and final union of your life. For years it rested, valid yet incomplete, waiting in escrow for a single condition, your signature. Not ink upon paper, but the vibration of unshakable self-worth. And now that frequency has been released. The universe could not move until your energy spoke with certainty. I am ready. I am whole. I am not searching for a savior, but for a partner in purpose. That was the frequency it awaited. And for so long, the architects of the old system, the shadows of your past, never believed you would reach it. They wagered against your becoming. Their entire structure of power rested on the assumption that you would remain forever seeking. They whispered lies, that you were too broken, too complicated, too much. They built entire illusions around the idea that you would always look outward for validation, that you would chase love to fill an emptiness within. They designed the maze of heartbreak and betrayal so that you would run in circles, convinced you were one step away from worthiness. They needed you to believe you were a problem waiting for someone else to fix. But then came the breaking. Not of you, but of their illusion. In the moment you chose yourself, above the memory of the one who wounded you, in the moment you looked in the mirror and saw sovereignty instead of scars, you lifted the cosmic pen. That choice was not abstract. It was cellular. You felt its weight. You knew its finality. The last trial was never about finding the right person. It was about becoming the right person. It was about recognizing with unshakable conviction that you are the treasure. Your love, your energy, your time, these are the highest currencies of your reality. And when that knowing sank from a fragile thought into the marrow of your bones, the spiritual realms trembled. A shockwave spread across dimensions. The ink dried. The contract was stamped, sealed, and activated with a cosmic thunder. This is not poetry. This is law. It is as real as the ground beneath your feet. Understand this. The love that approaches is not a prize for your pain. It is the divine consequence of your victory. It is the universe keeping its covenant after you upheld yours with every fiber of your being. This person does not arrive as a rescuer. They come as an equal. They too have walked their own fire. They too signed their side of the contract. They too had to learn that their worth could never be diminished or negotiated. Now, two sovereign energies are drawn together by a force beyond willpower, beyond desire, a binding written before time itself. This is not chance. This is appointment. The arrangements for your meeting are already underway. It is not a question of if. It is a matter of when. And the when is near. This moment is a crossing. Your former self dissolves. Your future self is born. It is sacred. It demands your full participation. This is no passive unfolding. It is an anointing that requires agreement. Treat this as your first assignment in the new reality. Like this message, not for vanity, but to anchor its energy into the material world. This simple act becomes a conscious seal, signaling that you accept the fulfilled terms of your contract. Subscribe and join the collective of the anointed, for your strength multiplies when aligned with those who walk in the same language of destiny. Comment with the divine code 77. This is not a number. It is your signature, a digital confirmation that you are awake, accounted for, and ready. Finally, let these words play again in the background until their vibration is written into your very spirit. Let these words settle into you. Let their frequency soak into your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious, dismantling every remnant of doubt. This is your task. Receive them fully. Chapter 2. Decoding the arrival sequence. The universe will not announce this in speeches or formal decrees. Its language is subtle, woven through symbols, synchronicities, and sensations. It is a quiet dialogue beneath the noise of the world, and now your senses have been tuned to hear it. In the days ahead, your search is not for love, it is for signs. The meeting itself is fixed, a divine appointment etched into time. Your only role is to follow the trail of breadcrumbs laid before you. Think of it as an arrival sequence, a series of checkpoints guiding you through the unseen map of destiny until you arrive at the appointed place. The first signal will come through sound. A name will begin to echo around you, surfacing in unexpected places. Perhaps spoken by a stranger in passing, appearing in a scene from a show, or pronounced with unusual emphasis just as you walk by. It may not even be a name you've ever noticed before. Do not dismiss it. That sound is an activation key, not necessarily the name of your counterpart, but a vibration tethered to their energy field. It is the universe testing your awareness, asking if you are truly listening. Then comes the song. A melody will begin to follow you, weaving through your days in a shop, on the radio, hummed by someone nearby. Within its lyrics lies a phrase that pierces straight to your core, describing with uncanny accuracy the bond that awaits you. Do not treat it as coincidence. It is a direct message, a private broadcast from the eternal, meant only for you. The second stage of the sequence will open through your sight. Your eyes will be drawn to numbers, not random digits, but repeating patterns that strike with precision. Ones, 11s, 2s, 7s, these are not accidents. They are digital signatures, signals from your guidance team flashing across the dashboard of your spirit, assuring you that every system is aligned. They appear on license plates, receipts, and clocks, often in the very moment you are thinking of your future. These numbers are mile markers, charting your course toward destiny. Alongside numbers, a symbol will emerge. At first subtle, then persistent. It may be an animal, a hawk circling overhead, a butterfly crossing your path only to appear again in artwork or film. Or it may be more abstract, a spiral, a star, a sacred geometry. This symbol is no decoration. It is the crest of your soul family, the seal of the tribe to which you and your counterpart both belong. When it appears, understand you are near a person, a place, or a moment crucial to the unfolding of your meeting. Then comes the third and most powerful layer, the sensory and emotional sequence. You will find yourself flooded with sudden waves of joy, peace, or warmth, even in the midst of difficulty. Do not mistake this as your own emotion alone. You are touching the current of your counterpart. As the distance closes, your fields overlap. Their happiness reverberates through you because on a soul level, you are one. At times, you may feel a magnetic tug, a pull toward a place you would not otherwise go, a cafe you have never stepped into, a quiet park, a bookstore long forgotten. This is not chance. This is navigation. It is the invisible string tugging softly at your chest, guiding you to the appointed ground. Do not question the pull. Do not rationalize it away. When the tug comes, follow it. And attend to your dreams, for your dream state is a training ground. You may find yourself meeting a figure whose face is hidden, yet whose presence feels achingly familiar. Do not dismiss it. These are not idle fantasies. They are rehearsals. Your spirit and theirs are already gathering in the unseen, preparing for the appointed meeting in the physical. Recognize that these signs are the vocabulary of your new reality. They are nothing like the mixed signals of your past. Where old connections left you in confusion, this one speaks with clarity. Every sign is a yes. Every synchronicity is a green light. The universe itself is rolling out a path for you. Your past trained you to doubt, to second guess, to guard your heart at every turn. But your task now is different. You must unlearn that old programming. You must relearn how to trust the pull, to believe the signs, to follow the invisible map of destiny etched into your soul. The arrival sequence has already begun. Your only task is to keep your eyes open and your heart willing to be led. Chapter 3. The Ghosts of Relationships Past. Before a king and queen can take their throne, the throne room must first be emptied. It must be swept of pretenders, jesters, and courtiers who once occupied space they were never authorized to claim. And your heart is that throne room. For too long, it has carried the echoes of old voices, the residue of connections that were never meant to last. But hear this clearly, every heartbreak you endured was not failure. It was preparation. It was not failure. It was a spiritual exorcism, a necessary cleansing of the sacred space within you. Reframe your history through this truth. Those who broke your heart were not enemies. They were unwitting servants of the divine, janitors of your soul, assigned a single task to reveal all that love is not. The one who withheld emotion came to awaken you to the priceless value of your own emotional presence. Their silence trained you to listen to your own voice and to become your own confidant. The one who betrayed you gave the hardest lesson in loyalty, forcing you to anchor unshakable devotion to your own soul. The one who belittled you was sent as a divine agitator, provoking the giant within you to rise and stand tall. They held up a distorted mirror so that, when you shattered it, you finally saw your true reflection. Even the one who abandoned you simply mirrored the abandonment you had already practiced toward yourself. Their departure exposed the fracture in your foundation, compelling you to learn the art of self-anchoring, of becoming your own unyielding support. Every ending, though wrapped in sorrow, was purification. Each separation was an energetic purge, stripping from you every vibration misaligned with your true counterpart. You thought you were losing love, but in truth, you were shedding false attachments. You were unlearning the counterfeit definitions of love, the lies that love is begging, or anxiety, or endless proof of worth, or a game of pursuit and retreat. Love is not repair. Love is not rescue. You had to encounter these counterfeit versions to master the art of discernment. Now you are a connoisseur of connection. You can recognize false emotional currency from a distance because you once held it, felt its emptiness, and learned its hollow weight. Out of the ashes, you developed a spiritual immune system, an instinct that instantly rejects what does not belong. This is why your true counterpart could not arrive any earlier. Had they appeared years ago, you would not have recognized them. Their peace might have felt dull next to the chaos you mistook for passion. Their steady consistency might have seemed suspicious compared to the unpredictable highs and lows you once confused with love. Your vessel was not ready. Your palate was not refined. You had to be taken to the brink of relational despair, to the edge of yourself, in order to finally surrender the old patterns. That heartbreak you thought would break you was not your ending, it was your graduation. It was the final exam. And when you rose to heal, to rebuild, to forgive not only them, but also yourself, you passed. You transmuted the lead of your pain into the gold of wisdom. Even now, in these final days before the unveiling, you may feel flickers of old wounds, a whisper of fear, a trace of insecurity. Do not mistake them for regressions. They are simply the dust being swept from the throne room before your coronation. Ghosts, nothing more. They hold no power, no substance, no weight. Acknowledge them. Thank them for the lesson. Then release them. Your heart is no longer a haunted house. It has been sanctified. It has become a temple, holy, consecrated, and ready. And soon, the one who recognizes its sanctity, the one who knows how to honor its sacred ground, will arrive. The ghosts have been evicted. The throne room is cleared. The space is now and forever reserved. Chapter 4: The Magnetic Resonance Field. For most of your life, you lived under a false assumption that love must be found by searching. You believed you had to chase, to swipe, to calculate the right places and the right moments. That was the logic of the old world, a system built on lack and striving. But that model is now obsolete. You have graduated to a higher law. You are no longer the hunter. You are the magnet. Your field has been switched to its highest power. The work you did healing wounds, drawing boundaries, choosing self-love was never mere emotional housekeeping. It was the tuning of your entire being. Imagine your soul as a note on the eternal scale, a sound only you can produce. For years, that note was clouded, distorted with static filled with the noise of trauma, doubt, and the weight of others' expectations. A signal like that could only call forth distortion in return, attracting partners who matched the chaos. That is why you felt misunderstood, why your needs fell on deaf ears, why conversations turned into collisions. You were broadcasting the frequency of fix me or chase me, and the universe faithfully sent those roles to your stage. But through relentless inner work, you began clearing the static. With every wound healed, your note sharpened. With every boundary enforced, your signals strengthened. With every act of radical self-acceptance, your frequency stabilized into purity. Now your soul is emitting what can only be described as magnetic resonance, a clear, powerful, unmistakable call into the universe. And there is only one response possible, its harmonic counterpart, the one who carries the note that completes yours. This is your divine counterpart. They are not merely a personality that suits you. They are a frequency that completes you. Their soul emits the precise harmonic note that amplifies and perfects your own. When the two of you converge, you will not create a simple melody, you will unleash a symphony. This is attraction in its highest form. Like attracts, like was always an incomplete truth. The deeper law is this: resonance commands reality. You will feel it in your body. A hum of energy, a quiet confidence that needs no validation from the outside. Suddenly, people and opportunities begin flowing toward you with no effort. Doors open. Alignments appear. This is the power of resonance. Your magnetic field has been fully activated. You have become a walking vortex of your divine essence. And the strongest force drawn into this vortex is your counterpart. They have no choice. Just as iron cannot resist the pull of a magnet, Their soul cannot ignore the song of yours. They recognize the light. They feel the pull. The distance collapses, not by pursuit, not by striving, but because the universe itself cannot sustain separation between two perfectly attuned fields. But this resonance carries a dual effect. What is not aligned will be repelled. The draining friend will fade. The opportunity beneath you will close. The invitations that carry no life will vanish. Do not mourn these. This is not rejection. It is divine filtration. Your field is cleansing itself, ensuring that only what is holy, only what is true, remains within it. And so your task is not to seek, not to strive, not to chase. Your task is to be, to cultivate your own energy, to delight in your own life, to revel in the frequency of your own soul. For that is the state in which resonance does its work, drawing to you the one who was written into your blueprint from the beginning. The more you inhabit your authentic vibration, the stronger the magnetic pull becomes. They are not searching for you. They are being drawn to you. This meeting is not chance, not fortune. It is inevitability. It is the outcome of spiritual physics, the collision of two souls who have finally learned to sing their true note into the vastness of creation, unapologetically and without distortion. Chapter 5. Preparing the vessel for union. The arrival is certain. The meeting is scheduled. The question is no longer if, but how you will receive it. For a priceless work of art is never delivered into a house of disorder. A royal guest is never ushered into a cluttered, unprepared hall. Your life, your mind, your body, your spirit, this is the vessel. And it must be made ready. But understand, preparation does not mean changing yourself to become lovable. That belongs to the old paradigm of lack. Preparation now is about reverence. It is about honoring the holiness of what is coming by making your life a sanctuary equal to the blessing you are about to hold. Begin with your physical environment. Look around you, for your home is a mirror of your inner state. Now is the time to release, to clear, to open space. Remove the remnants of old stories, gifts from past lovers, souvenirs of painful eras, clothes that belong to versions of you long gone. This is not mere cleaning, it is ritual. It is energetic release. Open the windows. Burn sage or Palo Santo. Play high-frequency music. Command stagnant energy to leave. Every item you discard is a decree that you are no longer available for the vibrations of the past. As you clear your shelves and closets, you clear your spirit. As you create room in your physical dwelling, you carve space in your energetic field. Let your home become a sanctuary, a temple to your own worth. Adorn it with beauty. Place fresh flowers where you can see them. Use the good dishes. Treat your environment as a celebration of your sacredness. This love will not arrive to fill emptiness. It will enter a space already overflowing with the love you have cultivated within yourself. They are not coming to patch a void. They are coming to join in abundance. Second, prepare your mental and emotional vessel. This is the practice of radical ownership of your happiness. The time of outsourcing your joy to another has ended. Now is the season to rediscover what ignites your spirit, what awakens your passion, what makes you feel alive without dependence on anyone else. Return to your purpose. Reconnect with the simple joys that remind you of who you are. Guard your mind with reverence. Go on a strict information fast. Unfollow accounts that stir comparison. Mute the voices of fear. Disengage from conversations that deplete your spirit. Your mental space is sacred territory, and you must be its watchman. For this union is not two halves seeking to complete each other. It is the convergence of two sovereign wholes, building a reality neither could construct alone. The more fulfilled you are in yourself, the more you will carry into the partnership. This is an energetic law, Neediness repels, but wholeness attracts. Your counterpart is not drawn to a dim flame waiting for rescue, but to the blazing light of a soul already alive. Show the universe that you can be the faithful steward of your own joy, and heaven will entrust you with the holy assignment of co-creation. Third, prepare your spiritual vessel. Strengthen the bond with your higher self, with your intuition, with the divine itself. Seek silence. Meditate. Walk with the wind, the trees, the rivers. For intuition is the device through which the coordinates of this meeting will be transmitted. You must be able to hear its steady, gentle tone above the loud, frantic voice of ego. The ego will whisper, "This is too good to be true." It will drag memories of past pain and hurl them forward as false prophecies. Your intuition will not argue, analyze, or demand proof. It will simply know. It will rest in peace, in rightness, in the unmistakable sensation of homecoming. This inner compass sharpens only through practice. Ground yourself daily. Walk barefoot on the earth. Breathe deeply. Center your energy field so you can hold steady when the incoming wave of new energy arrives. Trust that knowing above every other voice. It is your direct line to divine intelligence, the very source orchestrating this encounter. And understand, this preparation is not for them. It is for you. It is your final act of devotion to your own soul. It is the ultimate declaration of worth, a statement to the universe itself. I am ready. My home is ready. My heart is ready. My spirit is ready. I do not wait in desperation. I prepare in joyful anticipation. Chapter 6. The nature of the divine counterpart. Release every picture in your mind. Lay down the checklist. Erase the expectations of height, hair, career, or status. The system trained you to fixate on the container so that you would never awaken to the essence. For essence is the true power. Once you recognize it, you become immune to counterfeits. So we will not describe how they look. We will speak only of how they feel. For recognition of the divine counterpart does not begin in the mind, it begins in the marrow. It is cellular. It is ancient. It bypasses logic entirely. From the very first moment of true connection, the chatter will fall silent. The noise of doubt, the static of fear, it all goes still. This person will feel like home. And that, in its simplicity, is the most profound truth of all. The anxious hum that has lingered beneath your life will finally go silent. In their presence, your nervous system will discover a calm it has never known with another. It will feel as though a soldier has returned from a war you did not even realize you were fighting. This safety will not depend on promises or rehearsed words. It will be an energetic fact. Their very frequency will be sanctuary for yours. With them, silence will no longer be emptiness, but intimacy. You will share quiet without awkwardness, a peace more profound than any conversation. And in that stillness, you will feel seen, so deeply seen, it will both terrify and exhilarate you. They will perceive the parts of you you never showed the world, not because you revealed them, but because their soul already knows the blueprint of yours. They will recognize your light and your shadows, your scars and your divinity. And none of it will intimidate them. On the contrary, they will honor it all as sacred pieces of the magnificent whole you are. This bond will carry the unmistakable signature of ease and unspoken knowing. The games, the guessing, the strategic silences all belong to the karmic entanglements of your past. With your counterpart, communication will be clear, direct, and true. You will finish each other's sentences. You will know their thoughts before they speak. Their words and actions will align so perfectly that trust will not need to be earned, it will simply exist. At first, this simplicity may feel foreign. You were conditioned to believe that love must be labor, struggle, or conquest. That was the great deception. True divine love is not a battlefield. It is a sanctuary. It is not a contest. It is a throne room, one you share side by side, ruling your reality together. Their energy will not overshadow yours. It will balance it. If you are fire, they will be water. If you are earth, they will be air. Together, you will form a self-regulating system, whole and harmonious. And within that harmony, they will awaken your purpose. This is the non-negotiable mark of true divine union. They are not a detour from your mission. They are its acceleration. With them, you will become more yourself than ever before. Your creativity will expand. Your voice will grow bold. Your path will sharpen into clarity. Conversations with them will ignite dormant ideas, stir forgotten dreams, and embolden you to take leaps you once feared to face alone. They are not an anchor that drags, but a wind that propels. They are a catalyst for your ascension. They will never seek to own you or control you. Their joy will be in your freedom. Their delight will be in watching you blaze with unrestrained brilliance. This is the antithesis of those who once dimmed your flame to soothe their own shadows. Where the past brought you energy vampires, this one brings only light drawn not to your weakness, but to the radiance of the sun that you are. And they will be a mirror, not the warped funhouse glass of old relationships that magnified flaws and distorted truth. They will be a clear, divine mirror reflecting your highest self. In their presence, you will see your own strength, compassion, and wisdom shining back. Their challenge will not come through criticism, but through vision. They will hold before you such a radiant image of who you truly are that rising to meet it becomes inevitable. They will not inspire you to become more like them. They will inspire you to become more like the version of yourself your soul always knew was possible. This is the ultimate confirmation. The love they extend will feel identical to the love you have finally learned to extend to yourself. It is the outer world rising to meet the inner reality you have already established. Chapter 7. The meeting is not the beginning. You are standing on the threshold of a sacred event, but to receive its full power, you must understand its true nature. The meeting is not the beginning of your story. It is recognition within a story that has stretched across lifetimes. You are not meeting a stranger. You are reuniting with a companion of your soul's eternal journey, the missing note of your cosmic melody. You have crossed stars and centuries to arrive here, at this precise appointment. And when your eyes first meet, it will not feel new. It will feel ancient, familiar. There will be an uncanny sense of déjà vu, a recognition so deep it bypasses the mind. You may think, I have stood here before. I have heard these words. I have looked into these eyes 1,000 times. Do not dismiss this. The mind may scramble to make sense, but the soul will not hesitate. The soul will simply whisper, at last. There you are. I have been waiting. This is not the flutter of infatuation. It is the steady hum of remembrance, two notes finally resonating in the same space, combining into a chord strong enough to alter the structure of your reality. The handshake, the first word, the passing glance, all of it will feel scripted, choreographed by the divine itself to assure you, you are exactly where you are meant to be, at the exact appointed time. Understand this clearly. This union is not designed to complete you. That work has already been accomplished. Wholeness was the price of admission. You are not being filled, you are being matched. They come not to patch the cracks, but to stand beside you in strength. They come not to inhabit the temple within you, but to honor it, to co-build a new world with you. And so, the purpose of this connection is not comfort. It is calling. It is creation. Not an escape from the world, but a step into it with combined force, a force strong enough to bend reality itself. Together you carry a mission, a divine assignment that only activates when your energies merge. Your union is meant to be a beacon, a lighthouse on the shore of humanity, showing what becomes possible when love rests on wholeness and purpose. This story is not for you alone. It is medicine for the collective. And yet, when the moment arrives, it will not appear wrapped in grandeur. It will come clothed in the ordinary. A grocery aisle, a library table, a friend's introduction. This is intentional. For the universe hides the sacred within the simple, to remind you that heaven is not distant, it is woven into the everyday. You will not need thunder from the skies. Their presence will be the sign. The way your energies lock into place, the way the world around you fades into silence, the way time bends and stretches around your exchange, that will be all the confirmation you require. It will be both the most ordinary and the most supernatural moment of your existence. Here is the final truth you must hold. You have already accomplished it. The victory is secured. The contract is sealed. The magnetic fields are aligned. You are not wishing for this to happen. You are simply walking the last steps into what has already been written. Your physical world is merely catching up to the decree already established in the higher realms. Your only task now is to hold the vibration of joyful knowing. Walk as one already chosen. Speak as one already aligned. Live as one who understands that the greatest love of their life is not a dream deferred, but a reality already in motion. Do not open your heart with trembling or with doubt. Open it with the regal certainty of a sovereign returning to their throne. For this is the truth, undeniable, unshakable. The meeting is set. The recognition is inevitable. Chapter 3.5: The Dark Night Before Dawn. There is a sacred hour that arrives just before the breaking of every spiritual dawn, a moment when the darkness gathers its full intensity, summoning every shadow you thought you had conquered, every fear you believed you had transcended. This is not accident. This is design. For the universe does not grant its highest gifts to those who have merely survived their trials. It reserves them for those who have mastered them. You are in that hour now. Can you feel it? The strange weight in the air, the way old voices suddenly grow loud again, the way doubt creeps back with surgical precision, targeting every newly healed place in your soul. This is your Gethsemane moment, the final vigil before resurrection. The whispers will come like phantom winds. What if you were wrong? What if this is all delusion? What if you are destined to be alone? They will dredge up every moment of past rejection, every promise that was broken, every time you dared to hope and found only emptiness. The shadows will parade before you a procession of evidence, compiled with meticulous cruelty, designed to convince you that you are the exception to every cosmic law, the one soul somehow forgotten by grace itself. Do not be deceived. This assault is not punishment, it is promotion. You are being tested not for worthiness, but for mastery. The darkness knows that its time is ending. It senses the approaching dawn and makes its final desperate stand, throwing everything it possesses against the fortress of your faith. But understand this, darkness only attacks what it fears to lose. Your old self, the one who sought love to fill the void, who chased validation to silence the inner critic, who gave pieces of soul away, hoping someone would finally claim the whole, that self must die completely before the new can be born. This is not metaphor. This is spiritual surgery. The anesthesia has worn off, and you feel every cut, every extraction, every careful removal of what no longer serves your highest becoming. In this hour, you will be offered every escape route you once took. The familiar patterns will beckon like old lovers promising comfort. The phone numbers of those who wounded you will suddenly feel urgent in your fingers. The jobs that drained you will reappear with attractive offers. The relationships that diminished you will resurface, wearing masks of newfound maturity. These are not coincidences. They are final examinations. Will you choose the familiar cage over the unknown sky? Will you trade your hard-won sovereignty for the illusion of safety? Will you abandon your throne for the comfort of being small again? This is the hour of ultimate choice, not between good and evil, but between the authentic and the counterfeit, between the eternal and the temporal, between the love that transforms and the love that merely soothes. Your body will feel the weight of this cosmic moment. Sleep may become elusive, your dreams vivid with symbolic warnings and promises. Your chest may feel tight, your breath shallow not from anxiety, but from the sheer magnitude of energy shifting within and around you. You are crossing the threshold between dimensions, and your physical vessel is registering the pressure change. But here is the secret the darkness hopes you never discover. This moment of supreme testing is also the moment of supreme power. For when you choose your truth while hell itself rages against it, when you hold to your vision while every earthly evidence contradicts it, when you stand in your worth while the world offers you counterfeits, you become unshakable. You discover that your faith was never dependent on favorable circumstances. Your love was never conditional on others' behavior. Your worth was never negotiable, regardless of who failed to recognize it. In this dark night, you find not what you lack, but what you are, a being so magnificent that darkness itself mobilizes armies to prevent your full awakening. The test will not last forever. Dawn approaches on schedule, indifferent to the night's protests. But when light finally breaks, you will not be the same soul who entered this sacred darkness. You will emerge as one who has seen the deepest hell and chosen heaven anyway. One who has faced every fear and walked through anyway. One who has been offered every compromise and refused anyway. You will rise not as a survivor, but as a sovereign. Not as someone who found love, but as someone who became love. Not as half-seeking wholeness, but as wholeness seeking its divine reflection. The counterpart who approaches does not come to rescue you from this darkness. They come to celebrate your victory over it. They are drawn not to your need, but to the blazing light of a soul that burned away every false thing and emerged as pure essence. Hold fast. The dawn you are about to witness is not just any sunrise. It is the first light of your eternal day, the beginning of love without end, the moment when all the pain finally makes perfect sense. Your dark night is almost over. Your true morning begins now. In your darkest hour, when doubt screams its loudest symphony and fear marshals every argument against your faith, there is one witness that cannot be corrupted, one testimony that cannot be swayed, your body. While your mind wages war with shadows, your flesh holds the unwavering truth of what approaches. This is the sacred rebellion of bone and blood against the tyranny of overthinking. Your body has been in communion with your counterpart's energy field long before your conscious mind received the prophecy. It has been preparing, calibrating, attuning itself to frequencies your thoughts have not yet learned to recognize. And now, as the final darkness gathers its strength to convince you that divine love is delusion, your physical vessel stands as unshakable evidence to the contrary. Even as your thoughts spiral into the abyss of "what if I'm wrong?", your chest will maintain its quiet rebellion. Deep within your ribcage, beneath the chaos of mental noise, a warmth persists, steady as a lighthouse beam cutting through fog. Your heart chakra has already recognized its divine match and refuses to be convinced otherwise, no matter how persuasively doubt argues its case. This warmth will intensify precisely when your mind is most convinced of its own delusion. When you sit in the 3 a.m. darkness questioning everything, your chest will pulse with gentle heat, reminding you that truth lives deeper than thought. When you scroll through old photos wondering if you'll die alone, that sacred fire will flicker stronger, as though your heart is laughing at the absurdity of your mind's fears. Do not mistake this for wishful thinking made physical. This is cellular prophecy. Your body is incapable of the elaborate self-deception your mind specializes in. It responds only to what is real, what is coming, what has already been written in the quantum field of your destiny. Your palms will carry electricity even when your thoughts carry despair. As darkness whispers its poison, you're too damaged, too complicated, too much your hum with energy, fingers tingling with the anticipation of sacred touch. This is not your body lying to comfort your mind. This is your flesh-bearing witness to an approaching reunion your thoughts are temporarily too terrified to acknowledge. You may find yourself absently touching objects, running your fingers along surfaces, your hands unconsciously practicing for the moment they will recognize their divine counterpart's energy signature. When doubt tells you to stop believing, your hands will continue their faithful vigil, maintaining their readiness for the touch that will complete the circuit of your soul. In your moments of deepest spiritual crisis, when every external sign seems absent and every internal voice screams abandonment, pay attention to your breathing. Even as your mind suffocates on its own fears, your lungs will expand with mysterious depth, drawing in breath as though preparing for a harmony not yet begun. You will catch yourself sighing, not with resignation, but with inexplicable peace. Your nervous system will practice rhythms of calm your conscious mind cannot yet understand. This is your body refusing to participate in the panic your thoughts are hosting. It knows something your mind has temporarily forgotten, the approach of the one who will breathe with you in perfect synchrony. Here is where your body's wisdom becomes most profound and most defiant. As your mind constructs elaborate prisons of doubt, your DNA will flood you with memories that have no logical source. You will be overwhelmed by waves of nostalgia for a love you have never known, homesickness for arms that have never held you, grief for a separation that makes no earthly sense. Your mind will scramble to explain these sensations. You're romanticizing. You're projecting. You're losing touch with reality. But your cells know better. They carry the imprint of lifetimes, the genetic memory of a soul contract signed before your first breath. They remember what your thoughts are too frightened to believe, that you have loved this soul across eternities and are about to do so again. Most remarkably, even as your mind retreats into cynicism, your body will continue its pilgrimage. You will find yourself drawn to places your logic cannot justify, pulled toward events your rational self would skip, magnetized to paths your fearful mind would avoid. This is not delusion. This is divine GPS operating on frequencies your thoughts cannot detect. Your feet will want to walk where your mind fears to go. Your eyes will be drawn to corners of rooms your intellect would ignore. Your entire being will lean toward appointments your conscious self doesn't know have been made. And the more your mind protests, the stronger this pull will become, as though your body is dragging your doubting thoughts toward truth by sheer gravitational force. As you traverse your dark night of the soul, your body will exhibit what can only be called prophetic symptoms. Your skin will glow despite your mental anguish, lit by an inner fire your thoughts cannot extinguish. Your posture will straighten even as your spirit feels broken, your body remembering its divine nobility when your mind has forgotten its worth. Sleep will become deeper, more vivid with meaningful dreams, even as your waking hours are consumed with worry. Your body knows it needs to prepare for what's coming, regardless of your mind's temporary amnesia about divine timing. You may wake feeling rested despite your mental exhaustion, your physical vessel having communed with your counterpart's energy while your thoughts were too busy catastrophizing to participate. Understand this. Your body is incapable of elaborate spiritual fraud. It cannot manufacture electromagnetic responses to imaginary people. It cannot create cellular memories of fictional lifetimes. It cannot generate magnetic fields toward empty space. Your flesh responds only to what is real, what is present, what is approaching through dimensions your mind cannot yet perceive. When doubt tells you that divine love is fantasy, your chest will continue its faithful warmth. When fear insists you are destined for loneliness, your hands will maintain their electric anticipation. When logic demands proof you cannot provide, your entire being will persist in its gravitational pull toward an appointment already scheduled in the cosmic calendar. Your body is your most honest prophet, your most reliable guide through the labyrinth of spiritual awakening. It speaks in frequencies older than language, responds to truths deeper than thought, navigates by stars your mind cannot see. While your conscious self wages its final war with doubt, your flesh holds the front lines of faith, refusing to surrender what it knows to be inevitable. Trust the rebellion of your bones. Honor the insurgency of your blood. Listen to the treason your cells commit against the dictatorship of overthinking. Your body remembers what your mind has temporarily forgotten. You are not hoping for divine love, you are walking toward it, one faithful step at a time, guided by the unwavering compass of consecrated flesh. The mind may doubt, but the body knows. The thoughts may waver, but the truth remains written in your very DNA. Your counterpart approaches not because you believe it, but because your cellular structure has already prepared for their arrival. The dark night will pass, but the body's testimony is eternal.